it looks like you're having a little bit of trouble formatting the works cited. The problem with the AI apps is that while they can quote from a source, they do not know how to format the citation properly. So that is why we use EasyBib. And some people have some problems with that. So let's go over some solutions together. When I log into EasyBib, I click the little downward arrow and I see my citation lists. And I can go over here, I can add a new citation list. And let's say I'm going to look at this one and I'm having trouble getting these formatted correctly. Let's look at some problems and some solutions. These are my citations and I'm going to export them as a Word document. Now you can do either Word or Google Docs, whichever works for you, but I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this with a Word document since Word is free for students through your Outlook email application. There's a little video for that. But let's go ahead and download this into Word. Here it is in Word and I enable editing. Now notice what it looks like so that you remember that as you go along. First, it's in Times New Roman 12 font. Everything is double spaced. There are only 2 spaces under Works Cited. The title author goes at the margin. If there's a second line, it is indented, and we want to make sure there are no live URLs here. If they were, we would simply highlight that and click Remove the hyperlink if there was a hyperlink there. But let's say that didn't work and you are one of those folks who is not having this process happen. Let's look at another way we can do this together. Back over here in EasyBib, I'm going to copy the citation and I'm going to paste it into a fresh Word document, just like this. Now you can see it's not formatted. It's single-spaced, it is indented, but it's still not formatted. But let's go ahead and add all of our citations here using that same process. Let me show it to you again. I click Copy the Citation. I'm over to the Word document, paste it. I'm going to do that with the other citations and I'll be right back. I've manually placed those in here and they are not formatted correctly. But what I want to do before I do anything else is I'm going to take out any unnecessary stuff. I'm going to go ahead and make that single spaced. And I'm going to remove this extra gap. I'm going to go to Layout. I'm going to click 0, 0. And remove this extra space. And now when I do that, I see that there's no extra gap between the lines and there is the indented space underneath each one of the citations. And now I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to go up here to Home, to this. I'm going to double space it and look. It's all perfect. You see that? We did that manually, and it all is perfect. Just going to check and make sure that nothing's repeated on here, that we have the information. Then I can copy that and add that to the document that I've created. And if in that process anything goes wonky, I'm going to go ahead and save this in a separate document just so I don't have to do this again, just in case it should go in wonky. Let's say it looks like that. That's not correct. Let's say it goes in like that. That's not correct. This isn't correct. That's a mess. This is a mess. Right? So if I needed to add that to my document correctly formatted, then I can go back and when it's all wonky, all I can do is just take that out and then paste in the one that's correct. Okay? I know this is challenging, but it gets easier and easier and easier, and I'm sorry it's caused such a hassle. but we'll get back on track and we'll get it right to go.